You're sitting at your desk or maybe standing in line at a store, and casually you glance at a quarter, just a regular 25-cent coin. But what if I told you that specific coin could actually be worth far more than its face value? Not in theory, not in some fantasy scenario, but today, right now, that little 1985 Washington quarter-dollar coin could be sitting in your wallet or coin jar, completely overlooked, while quietly being worth tens, hundreds, and in some rare auction cases, even more. This isn't hype. This is based on real sales, real collector demand, and real market data from places like eBay, Great Collections, and other trusted numismatic platforms. So if you own a 1985 quarter or come across one, this might just turn the tables for you. Stick around until the end, because I'll tell you exactly how much yours might be worth and how you can sell it for the highest return. But you'll only get that info at the end, and if you really want to know the value and steps to sell, just comment price down below and I'll personally respond with details tailored to your coin. Let's dive in. The 1985 Washington quarter-dollar was minted in Denver and is part of the standard clad coinage era of the United States Mint. On the surface, there's nothing immediately special about it. Over 500 million of these coins were struck that year, which means it's a common coin, or so it seems. But in the world of coin collecting, common doesn't always mean worthless. And rarity doesn't always mean valuable. Value is determined by a combination of factors: mintage numbers, condition, era presence, demand, and overall historical appeal. And the 1985 quarter hits several of these sweet spots when the right conditions are met. Let's talk about quantity first. With more than 500 million coins struck at the Denver Mint, you might assume there's no chance for value, but that's where collectors start to get sharp-eyed. Even in large mintages, anomalies and errors happen. Misstrikes, off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and missing clad layers can occur during the minting process. These are the golden tickets for collectors. A normal 1985 quarter in average circulated condition might just be worth face value or slightly more, but when you find a unique error, even a subtle one, the value starts to climb rapidly. One of the most commonly discussed errors from the 1985 quarter is the off-center strike. Off-center coins are created when the planchet, that's the blank coin disc, isn't properly aligned within the press. As a result, part of the design appears off to one side. In minor cases, these can be worth $10 to $30. But when a coin is significantly off-center, say 50% or more with visible date and mint mark, values can go up dramatically. Some of these coins have sold on eBay and auction sites for over $100. Then we have the double die variety. This occurs when the coin die itself is struck twice, misaligned between strikes, resulting in doubling of the design. On Washington quarters, doubling can appear on the date, the word Liberty, or In God We Trust. If you have a 1985 quarter with strong, visible doubling on the obverse or reverse, you might be holding a coin worth hundreds of dollars, but condition still matters here. Another standout error for 1985 quarters involves missing clad layers. These are the coins where part or all of the outer copper nickel layer is missing, exposing the pure copper core beneath. This kind of error gives the coin an odd, reddish-brown appearance and often lighter weight. These are very collectible, especially when the coin is otherwise in good condition and the layer loss is full or nearly full. Prices vary, but verified missing clad layer quarters from 1985 have sold in the $150 to $300 range depending on condition and visibility of the date and mint mark. Let's now move into condition. This is where things start to get very serious. When a 1985 Washington quarter is preserved in exceptional, uncirculated condition, meaning it shows no wear and maintains full mint luster, it moves into the mint state or MS category. The scale goes from MS60 up to MS70, with MS70 being flawless. The higher the grade, the rarer the coin in that condition, and therefore the more valuable. Coins graded MS65 or higher are relatively scarce compared to their total mintage. PCGS and NGC, two of the top third-party grading companies, have recorded hundreds of MS-64 and MS-65 coins, but MS-66 and MS-67 examples are considerably rarer. In fact, an MS-67 1985 D quarter has sold at auction for more than $500. That's right, a coin worth 25 cents at face value sold for hundreds, just because it was in perfect condition and graded professionally. Now, MS-68 examples are almost non-existent, and if one does show up, prices can reach four figures, yes, even over $1,000 in extreme cases. You may be wondering how to tell if your coin is worth grading. Start by examining it under good lighting. A coin that still has its original luster, no visible scratches, strong strike, and a sharp rim with full detail in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers is a good candidate. If it has any visible doubling or errors, that's an additional bonus. But before sending it off to be graded, which can cost $30 to $70 depending on service speed and insurance, it's worth doing your research or even consulting online communities. Let's talk market trends. Over the past 5 years, the numismatic market has seen a consistent uptick in interest from new collectors, investors, and even casual hobbyists. Coins that were once considered too new or too common are now being re-evaluated, especially when found in pristine condition or with verified mint errors. The 1985 D Washington quarter sits in a perfect historical window, not old enough to be dismissed as modern junk, not new enough to be considered low interest. It's right in that sweet zone for Generation X and millennial collectors who grew up seeing these coins in daily life and now want them in their collections. In eBay listings and sold auctions, raw ungraded 1985 D era quarters have been seen selling for as little as $10 and as high as $350, depending on error visibility and condition. Graded coins naturally command much higher premiums. And the most successful sales aren't always from massive coin dealers. Individual sellers with verified coins and sharp, clear photos often get competitive bids. So here's where you come in. If you've got a 1985 D Washington quarter, maybe one you've had in a drawer for years or just received in change, it's time to look at it closely. Hold it up under light. Check for off-center strikes, doubling, weird colors or surfaces. Look at the mint mark, the edge of the coin, and the fine details. If anything looks odd or extra crisp, you might have something special. And the next question you're probably asking is, how do I sell it? That's what I'll get into in a moment, but first, a quick reminder. Not every 1985 D quarter is rare. Common circulated ones are worth around face value. But condition, errors, and grading can change that entirely. And it doesn't take much. A minor detail can be the difference between 25 cents and $250. That's why I always say, if you think your coin might be worth something, protect it right away. Don't clean it. Don't touch the faces. Place it in a soft holder, a flip, or ideally an airtight capsule. That keeps its condition intact. Okay, now, if you've watched this far, you deserve the most important part. How much is your 1985 D Washington quarter worth, and how can you sell it? Well, here's the truth. Every coin's value depends on unique features, condition, errors, grade, and buyer demand at the time you list it. That's why I don't just throw a number out here at the end. Instead, I want to help you directly. If you really want to know how much your coin is worth, and how to sell it, whether through eBay, auction houses, private collectors, or coin shows, just scroll down and comment price in the comment section below. I will personally respond with a detailed evaluation and guide you step by step on how to list or sell your coin to get the best value. Don't let a potentially valuable coin sit unnoticed. The 1985 D Washington quarter dollar might seem ordinary, but for some, it's turned into a small financial surprise. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just curious about coins, it's worth paying attention to. So go check your quarters. Look through your change jar. You never know, the next valuable find might be right under your nose. Comment price now to get your coin's actual worth and selling strategy. And if you learned something from this video, consider subscribing for more rare coin updates, tips, and deep dives. Your next quarter might be your next big opportunity.